What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Tia, and I am back with another video. And I just don't mind the wardrobe. I just was finished working out, did some Tae Bo, trying to get myself together. You know, a girl ain't, all the way right on high blood pressure medicine at 32 years old. Really? I need to get it together. But yeah, I wanted to talk about friendship. And this is something that's been an issue in my life for a very long time. I choose my friends wisely. I treat my friends special because I value friendship very much. And if the person that I'm friends with ain't aligned with my views of friendship, then more than likely we ain't gonna be cool. That's just how it grows. That's just how I roll. But anywho, I just want to talk about some issues that I've been dealing with in terms of friends/family. So I've been dealing with issues with a couple of my friends, for the past year or so. I just felt like the friendship has been uneven. It's been an uneven foundation. And you have to have a strong foundation in order to keep that friendship strong, whether it's a friendship, relationship, whatever. And I felt like it hasn't. And so I had to cut that person off, a couple of people off. Will it be temporary or permanent? I don't know. I thought about, mending a friendship that I've had for a very long time, but I'm on the fence about that because I feel like that person ain't really that serious to mend a friendship with me because I'm always getting excuses after excuses. If you really want to, I feel as though if you really want to work something out, then you would try your best to, come to a mutual grounds. But if I find myself dragging, chasing after you, not literally, but figuratively, then it ain't worth it. It ain't really worth it. I'm gonna just pause on that. I just feel as though this particular friend has been, I feel like I've been doing all the reaching out. I've been doing all the supporting and all that a lot lately. Not saying that friend had never supported me. That friend has supported me in the past, but I'm talking about in terms of other things. Like, it comes off like me wanting to hang out with this friend is like a chore to this person because I feel like I have to literally pull hair out to spend time with this friend that I've been friends with for over a decade. And I feel as though if I got to do that, we ain't got to be friends. That's just how I feel about that. Because if I feel like I got to beg you or I feel like I got to, any of that, if I feel like I can't get no clean answer from you, then we don't have to be friends, sweetie. We really don't. Because I just think that's not fair. Because when that person want to hang out with me and invite me and mutual friends out for something I'm gonna say she wants to want to do, where am I? I'm there. 85 to 90% of the time, I'm there. I'm not going to say 100% because I have a life outside of my friends as well. I have family, events that I attend. I have, a boyfriend. I have my own life. Maybe I don't feel like going at that particular moment, which is fine. But 85 to 90% of the time, that person can vouch that I've been there. Now, when I want to call that person and hang out with that person, I get excuses after excuses after excuses. Now, I'm not saying that person doesn't not supposed to have a life outside of their friends. I'm not saying that. Yes, you're entitled to it. But I found myself every time I call this person, when I don't call this person every day or every other day, it's once in a blue moon. I either don't get an answer or I get an excuse. But then on social media, you out hanging out with this person, that person, this person. But when I reach out to you and say, well, when can we ever hang out or whatever, I guess this. This the type of shit I get. And you think I have no right to get upset? And I've been sweeping it under the rug for years, to the point where I just said, okay. And I kept sweeping under the rug, and I just kept taking notes, not literally taking notes, but mental notes about all this rejection that I've been getting from this particular person. And to the point where I'm just like, I can't take it no more. I noticed the cycle, and I'm not going to do. It's not worth it. Like I don't treat my friends like that. None of my friends can say that I treated them like that. That I will diss them. I'm not saying she like blankly diss me, but that's what it feels like to me. When I've been friends with this person for over a decade, and we may not talk for months, and then I reach out to this person, and I want to hang out with this person, and I try to plan something with this person, but this person gives me the blues, gives me the excuses after excuses after excuses, and then all I do is say, all right, whatever, okay, whatever. I don't argue with this person, but then I come on social media, maybe, down the line, and I see you hanging out with this person, but it seems like you have time for this person, but you don't have time for the friend that's been there since the 11th grade or whatever. Really? That's how you going? And you think I have no right to be upset? I have a right to be upset. I do have feelings. But anywho, that's why I've been on the limb of, distancing myself. Well, not on a limb. That don't even sound right. That's why I've been distancing myself from that particular person, and also a family member of mine who's done the same exact thing. A family member of mine of course, we've been close since we were kids. We are blood relatives, and we were like this. And we meet to the point where we talk to each other almost every day on the phone, text each other. We hung out almost every weekend. We even dated friends. Like she dated my ex-boyfriend's best friend, and we all used to hang out with each other. And then once I started dating my current boyfriend, she kind of dated a couple of his friends or whatever. So and we all just hung out, and it was cool. It was cool for a long time, and we shared everything, to clothes, secrets, all of that. And just out of the blue, this person, my family member, and like I said, I had friends outside of her. She had friends outside of me, but then she met some new friends, and it started to come between our friendship and family shit. And it was rubbing me the wrong way, but I didn't, end it. I didn't, treat her any different. I was just taking mental notes on like how she been acting. She started acting distant towards me. She started acting like shady and all of that. And I'm just like, over this person, over that person, really? You gonna do me like this? And then to the point where we had a phone conversation, and she basically said to me that we grew apart. I grew apart from you. We getting too old to be doing the same things we used to do when we were kids. All that over somebody that you just met. Like, and you claim this person is your quote unquote best friend, brother. But to this day, where's this so-called best friend and brother type friend? He haven't been around like at all for a while now. But you dropped me for him. Like, I'm not saying you can't be friends with new people, but don't let your new friends come between your friends that been in your life for the longest. Really? Because those same friends that you dropped me for haven't been around lately, but one of them. Come on now. Really? And I still been there, even though me and her haven't been close like that. But it hurts. It hurts that me and her haven't been cool like that, because we were so much alike. So much alike. we did everything together. And yes, she has kids now, and I never like, you know, try to come between that. I always, and I to this day, I try to hang out with her and do kid-friendly things, you know, do some kid-friendly activities so that she wouldn't have to get a babysitter or whatever. But she still be giving me excuses like the friend does. Oh, I got this to do. I got that. And all I do is say, okay. I don't argue. I just say, okay. But then I find you saying you gonna hang out with your boyfriend, which is fine. But why you make it? But how come you can make time for your boyfriend, but you can't make time for the person that's been there for you since day one? Like, I'm not saying I want to hang out with you. Like, you can hang out with me and only me. No, I've been with the same nigga for almost 14 years, and how come I'm able to juggle my friends to my family and my boyfriend, my love life? How come I'm able to juggle that and they can't? Like, that doesn't make any sense. This is why I say, if you can't be aligned, if your feelings aren't aligned with mine, then 9 times out of 10, I don't think the friendship is going to work. And I really take my friendship seriously, like I said, and this has just been weighing on me a lot because some people disagree with me, and I just don't understand why, because all I want to do is just spend some time with my friends every now and then. Not every day, not every other day, just every now and then, just to keep the friendship going. But if I found myself feeling like you brushing me off when I ask you, let's hang out sometime, but then you acting like you don't have time for me, but then you have time for these other motherfuckers who don't even rarely be around you like that. I have a problem with that. I feel as though it should be equal. That's how it makes shit works. That's how it makes a relationship work. The significant other, the relation, when you're in a relationship, you give each other 100%. In a friendship, you try to give each other at least 100%. And they may not all the time, but sometimes to sustain a friendship. That's how you sustain a longevity of a friendship. If not, it's going to crash and burn. And that's exactly what it's doing. Do I want it to do that? Fuck no, because I want to get married one day, and I want my friends that I've been friends with since high school to share that moment with me, when I have my children, to share that moment with me when we grow old together and all of that. And, you know, and I would want to share that moment when they do those things. But how can we do that if we can't even communicate like that? If we make excuses to hang out and stuff and all that, how can we do that? How can we sustain a long-term friendship if we can't do that? Something simple as that, communication. So that's what's on my mind, but hopefully, if it's meant to be, hopefully things will work out between me and that friend and me and I'm going to say my cousin, whatever. I'm just not going to say that person's name. But hopefully things will work out between us, and if so, good. If not, I'm fine with that. It is what it is. It wasn't meant to be. So, if that note, like, subscribe, favorite, share, like, comment, view, all of that good stuff. Subscribe, and I'll be back with another video. Peace.